Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV and the Precious Metal Summit. And it's day 2 and we are nearing the end here. And it's my honor and pleasure, really spontaneously, we have Rob McEwen here from McEwen Mining. And he's, the famous chief owner and founder of McEwen Mining. Welcome, Rob. Great to see you here.
Thank you, Jelka.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time. I would say you are a mining legend, definitely. So McEwen Mining is a fantastic producer, gold, copper, I think also silver, if I'm correct. And you have also a subsidiary, which is McEwen Copper.
Yes.
So let's start with McEwen Mining. How was the year so far?
It's improving. We had 3 really ugly years where we underperformed on guidance. And that the gold is turning around. And on our subsidiary, our copper, which was hidden inside of McEwen Mining, we pushed it out into a subsidiary and financed it separately. And in the last 18 months, we've raised just under $400 million US for the copper. We've added Rio Tinto came in 3 times investing, and Stellantis, the 4th largest car maker in the world, has become a shareholder twice. So Stellantis owns 19%, Rio 14%, McEwen Mining 47.7%, myself just under 13%.
Okay, so how is it going now there with the copper, with the development?
It's excellent. And if you look from the beginning of the year to now, McEwen Mining is up more than 133%. It's far outperformed the GDX, GDXJ, the gold price, the copper price, the Dow, and the NASDAQ.
Fantastic. So well done, I would say. So how is it going with McEwen Copper in terms of ramping up to production? Because this is what Rio Tinto and Stellantis wants, right?
Yes. Well, we're a few years from production. We have to do a feasibility study. That'll be the first quarter of 2025. Then some engineering and then construction. We're looking possibly 2029, 2030.
Okay, that's exactly when you need the copper, because I think the real copper gap is starting 2025.
Now, what I like about the copper is whenever I look at a deposit that is not gold, because I'm a gold guy, I turn it into a gold equivalent. So if you were to look at McEwen Copper's Los Azules property, it has 37.6 billion pounds of copper. If you were to convert that into a gold equivalent by taking the gold price, dividing it by the copper price, and you need about 400 pounds of copper, a little more than that. So equal 1 ounce of gold. So this deposit would be equal to a 68 million ounce gold deposit, producing more than 600,000 ounces a year at a cost of below $600 an ounce.
Wow.
Just to give you a sense of the scale.
Okay, and if you put it in copper terms, what would be? Where do you think the AIC can come out?
Oh, $1.60.
Well, that's fantastic. I mean, we are what is it today?
364
something. Yeah, exactly. And probably soon we are well back on the $4 level.
Yes.
And my projection, honestly, for copper is $6 to $7 at least for the next 5 years.
You want to join the company?
Make me a good offer.
Yeah.
But I really see that. And funny enough, I interviewed a gentleman here those last 2 days, and he said $30 copper. I think that's a little bit too much, because I think we cannot afford the cars any longer to be built. But even, I would say $8, $9, I heard several times for the decade here. And so that would make a lot of money then when you go in production.
Huge amount of money. Like right now, it's looking at a payback in just over 3 years on a $2.5 billion investment.
Wow.
And it runs for 27 years, and we're only mining less than 40% of the deposit. So multi-generational situation.
And that's super. And you have already 2 fantastic partners in, which can easily also pay for that.
Yes.
And that's important.
Oh,
Money is key.
You got it. Money's key.
Okay, so how is the rest of McEwen?
It's getting better. We're seeing production increasing in Timmins and also in Nevada. And Nevada's been one that's been holding us back. And so we're seeing a nice sharp increase in the daily gold production. So at the end of the 4th quarter this year, it'll be much better than what it was. It'll be about $200 lower cost AISIN, because it was quite high. And in Timmins, it's about 1,300 And Argentina, our operation down there is run by our partner, Hochschild Mining. And so it's moving along. So there'll be two drivers in McEwen Mining. One is the copper, and two is the gold. So it's hard money and green copper, because we'll be producing a copper cathode rather than a concentrate.
Oh, really?
And
That's
this project will emit 1/10 the carbon of a comparable size conventional copper mine. It will use less than a quarter the water of a similar size mine. And I brought in an architect who is very prominent in the green sustainable living space. In fact, he's considered the Steve Jobs of that space, and said, help us redefine mining. So we're building a mine that'll be very different than the mines that are currently there, hoping to make mining look more attractive and be more responsible to the environment.
Fantastic. I love to hear that, because this is key for the future.
Yes.
Future 2024 is just in front of us. So what are the plans? Maybe you have done already some guidance for McEwen Mining. What do you think you will produce?
We'll probably do about 150,000 ounces, which we expect to do this year. We have expansion programs in northern Canada and Timmins, where we're going to be driving a ramp to develop a new deposit there. In Mexico, where we're going to reactivate that mine. We bought a whole plant quite inexpensively. So that'll be coming on stream. And there's more exploration going on in Nevada, and also in Nevada at Los Azules and McEwen Copper, and our other property in Argentina.
Super, fantastic. Sounds like a great game plan. Rob, thank you very much for the short insight here. Wish you well, Merry Christmas, and all the best. And please make sure that this copper thing is running.
All right. Well, just think about that job offer.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you very much. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was in a short nutshell here. Rob McEwen, the chief owner of McEwen Mining, and also he was talking about McEwen Copper, of course. And yeah, things look much, much better. They faced some tough times the last 3 years. Well, that happens in mining. It is what it is, but they solved it, and they are back on the path here. And especially McEwen Copper, I think that's a real big thing for the future. And you should check out the company. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.